Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back. Time to finish this thing. I'm going to mute for a second. People get bothered by the music. Lights. It is large. It's gonna get taller still. This is not a little miniaturized desktop arcade retro thing. This really goes in on the theme, on the concept. Still struggling to wrap my head around the fact that this thing exists in this size. It has faux glass all the way around it. It has lights. It does music. Oh, it does things. The claw actually works. Clear plastic panels around a large open box. No, that can't be true. That's impossible. Would be perfect for some sort of aquarium? Nah. If it was an aquarium, you could use your imagination. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be literal. Come on now. Plus, that would cost way too much. Jeez. Ridiculous. These are made by small family companies. All right. Bruce Wayne's Joel, welcome. Butch Biscuit, Master Builder. Brick Click Snap, Sheaf, and Radar. You think the claw should be a gift with purchase? Yeah, that's a good point. You can include the prizes here, but not the claw. That's actually pretty good. Because after all, you know, it's about the build experience. It's not about the thing actually being complete. And it's exciting. I'm gonna move this off to the side for a second, because I need to work on the roof segment, the first part of the roof segment. It's exciting to be missing stuff, and it's exciting to be able to pay extra or pay under stress conditions to get the stuff that should have been there in the first place. It's a feature. The people like it. Toy Story Aliens. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. YouTube having widespread outage. All right. Appreciate the heads up. So if I see anything untoward, I won't freak out about it too much. Thank you, Butch Biscuit, for your resubscription. And using the Prime, no less. Okay, that's much better. Much better. Much happier to see it. Taking the couple dollars from Jeff Bezos. He really doesn't need them. It's the 16 the longest ones. Pick this up once it's available on their site. Right on. Welcome back, Brick Princess. Trying to kill ad blockers again. That's probably what's going on. So we killed the whole site. Family share thing. Oh, nice. This should finally locate the top of the claw post, because it's been kind of flopping about for quite a while. 4x4. But obviously I will be finishing this in this stream. The stream might even be a little bit short. Not going to count my chickens before they hatch, but I am definitely more than halfway towards the end of this one. Two 4x8s. See, with this build here, what I'm doing right now, they've done it correctly, where you don't have a ton of studs that are overlapping all the time. Most of this has a max overlap of 2, like a width of 2 studs. That's the way that should be done. Too frequently, companies will, especially less experienced companies and designers, will be like, "Oh, I need to build this up. I need to add just one more plate of thickness right here." So they just go with this giant thing, and that's just not fun for people and their fingers. You know, they have to push all that down, and it's going to be trying to warp up, and then by the end of it, the whole thing is going to be warped way in because of the clutch power of too many anti-studs together. This is a much more sensible way of approaching it, which is what I like to see. Yeah. Here comes the big one, and it's got, again, overlap of only 2 studs on any side. Excuse me. Now, when it comes to the tiles, that might change. I don't know if I have any good other camera angles today, maybe. Let's see. Had to do a video sharing some thoughts about that aquarium gift with purchase. I still need to go back and cover the Batman stuff, not just Batmobiles, but the symbol as well. That stuff just dropped during a time when the schedule was weird for me. And then I figured I was too late, so why even bother? But now folks are like, hey, can I get your thoughts on that? Okay, all right. After doing all of these large alt brick builds, I feel like the next time I place an order at Bar Weir or someplace like that, I want to get a lot of smaller builds, stuff that can be completed in one single stream. Because this has been a lot for over the past almost a month. It's been a lot of big builds. A lot of time crunch pressure, a lot of overtime. And then the reviews take quite a long time to put together because it's, you know, a lot to cover. Need to break it up a little bit. It's just that, you know, there were so many large sets that came out. I still have one more large set that I need to cover sooner than later, which is the Pantasy toy store. Wallet also approves smaller reviews. Yeah, I need to look up some that look good, feel good. I think I have an order coming in right now. It's on its way, but I guess I placed that maybe over 2 weeks ago. So it could be here within the next week or so. Well, there's at least one small set in there and a medium one, but I don't remember what all was in that order. Probably some more big ones as well. Aquarium has you heated. At least it's one more turning point for regular people to see what Lego's really doing. So we're on the city. Unfortunately, no. I have just been... circumstances have kept me away from it repeatedly and continuously. I have done a bunch of planning work. Like I came up with some really great inspiration and fully planned out a redesign for the whole city room to make it much nicer, to make it something that I could really be happy with for the first time in a long time. But just recently, within the past few weeks, I've had to realize that I'm not moving towards a point in my life where I can actually work on that thing. And it's this large room where stuff collects. And by stuff, I mean like boxes and finished sets that I've reviewed. I just don't have any place to put before they get processed, broken down, or while they're waiting to be compared to something else. It's a constant losing battle against the need for storage. And then before any additional work gets done on that city with my new plan for it, it needs all new tables to be built for it. And that's a whole other thing that I don't even have time to start thinking about. I ultimately just had to come to the realization and acceptance of the fact that I just can't do it. At least not in the foreseeable future. So I've decided to take all of the city room down. The whole thing. Remove the entire thing. Clear the room down to the floor. And move my streaming space into there. Because I need more space here. As soon as I'm working on something the size of a base plate, or larger, and I need to rotate it constantly, I'm immediately running into limitations of space. And it slows things down. It doesn't feel good. So giving myself more space by building all of this in a much larger space will be of significantly greater benefit than having this idea of one day working on the city again. Something now, something near future, intermediate future, and long term, instead of the promise of maybe something way off in the future, realistically. I need to get some benefits and some wins in my life now. Save the plan. Oh, I'm definitely saving the plans. Yeah. And I still am 100% confident in those plans. I'm not going to be able to do them the way that I had planned them, at any point in the future, because there isn't any other space that size in the house. That was it. We specifically bought the house to have that space available. So that will go, but I'm keeping the plans and the inspiration that went with it. Because if I ever do anything, if I am able to still do something city-like, something brick-based diorama adjunct, I still want to do it in a similar way to what I had planned. Understand the struggle. Yeah, it's...
Hello there.
It's a lot of struggle, and it's stress practically 24/7. I go to sleep stressing about how much stuff isn't done and how much stuff I need to do and how much I'm disappointing myself, how much I'm disappointing people who have followed me through the years, specifically for the custom stuff. It's just all bad. It's just so much stress and bad feelings. So I have to do something to break free of that. what am I doing with the city buildings? The stuff that I review, the Lego stuff that I review gets broken down, and I do not. The idea is I should not be keeping any Lego stuff because I'm not a set collector. It's a long process. The custom stuff, some of it will be taken apart. Some of it already has been taken apart. Some of it will be saved for now. Metalhead, welcome back. Brand ambassador of Mega announced he's no longer brand ambassador, except the fact that Mega might be dead. Just bought your last one, which was Transifar. Wow, you went way back. Nice. Yeah, the Mega brand ambassador that everybody was quoting as saying, Mega is still going. We know it. We know it to be a fact. We know it to be a confirmed fact that there's going to be a Mattel brick shop and there's going to be the Mega brand because the Mega brand ambassador said so. And I'm like, doesn't check out. But the Mega brand ambassador said so. Now the Mega brand ambassador is not a Mega brand ambassador anymore. Imagine that. Something that doesn't make sense. Didn't make sense. Yeah. Yeah. That was just a. I don't think the writing was on the wall. I think the wall was all writing. There wasn't a wall. There was only writing. For that. But Mattel Brick Shop is getting a big push. I got the Christmas catalogs for Amazon and Walmart, the specific ones that specifically focus on toys and things for kids. And both of them have Mattel Brick Shop sets promoted in them, which is a very, very good sign. Interestingly, the Walmart one only has one spread for Lego, one spread dedicated to Lego, 2 pages facing each other. Amazon had a lot of Lego spread all throughout. Interestingly, the Walmart one only has 1 page for video games and video gaming, and it's dedicated to the Switch. Not a huge surprise, but definitely a different world that we're living in now than I ever have in my entire life. Which guys should be a patron to let me do custom stuff. Like artists of old. Oh. Yeah, the only problem with that is in these days, even if there was such a thing, that person would just would in some way be a weirdo, would in some way bring great stress to my life themselves. Every once in a blue moon, somebody comes along and is just very, very generous, and they are 99% of the time they are weirdos, or they turn it on you. Start to expect to have control over your life. The way things work today, it's very, very rarely a simple, genuine thing. There are exceptions to that, thank goodness. There are people who are human. And sometimes who are generous as well as part of that. But yeah, tricky world. Amazon Mega won't ship to your country? That's weird. Those people are parents. Thank goodness, yes. Thank goodness. Nobody who's in the Patreon system has been who's in there now has been anything other than kind and normal and just supporting to support because they want to support, and they like what I do, and they want to help me out. So I very much appreciate that. Have had some in the past that went the other way. They're no longer amongst the group. Patrons of old were weirdos too, probably. Does the claw machine come with a filter? Somebody earlier said the claw should be a gift with purchase. Thank you, A Skywalker, for your Prime resub. Welcome back. The game stack build. I did, yep. Twitch only keeps 60 days for us partners. 60 days of past recordings. So if that was before then, it won't show up. Although I thought it was within the past 60 days. Was it not? I wasn't dual streaming to YouTube yet. Time. Last month, oh yeah. Welcome, Aaron. Welcome back. I can't trust my own perceptions of time anymore at all. A new 2,500 piece set or more was coming out every day. And while I was building one, another would be announced. Another one. Not even just announced, but released. Vision side the filter, just final exclamation point. Yeah. But it's a Finding Nemo reference. It's awesome. Yeah, if you've never raised fish and you've only seen Finding Nemo, then yeah, it's cool. Thought I only built it on small stream or offline. Did I? But it's so big. It must have taken 3 days. Is it possible I went 3 whole days? I built it while not streaming? During non-stream days? All right, well, if it's not there, I do apologize. There's nothing I can do to make it show up. If that was because I didn't actually stream it, I don't remember that. Again, I do apologize, but it has, like I said, and like I've been saying, it's been quite a lot of extreme stress and very, very severe and very dangerous sleep deprivation to work as hard as I can, as fast as I can, to get as much work done as I possibly can for all of you. And I'm just moving forward. That's all that I can do. Get as much done as I can, as fast as I can. And not everything is going to be perfect. I just have to accept that. Thank you, Takoi. that's right. All the details get built before this gets attached, so it's actually quite a lot. This 3 times, and then do that 2 times. Okay. All right, that finishes a bag already. 7 of 10. Things should slow down for some less programmatic parts of the build. That's an interesting shape. Goes here. Oh, that's cool. Look at. Thank you, Korg. Welcome back. Imagine this spinning. Look how cool that looks. I really like that. And it fits around the wheel pretty tightly too. Like there's a tiny bit of gap, but not a lot. So that must have been from before Pantasy got a good deal on a ship full of gold paint. It's been all because a company was like, hey, we can do things other than what Lego does. We can put a stud on a cheese slope. And then we can use it. Welcome, Lone. How's it going? Welcome back. An acolyte symbol. It's going to change a little bit once you see. A little in love with that? Very satisfying. It is going to change a little bit once you see. Oops. This. Once you see what goes, well, what becomes of it. Oh. Oh. Bag 8 is small, but it's a lot of small details, and that's okay. Watching. Oh, you're in the sky. That's amazing. How different things are today. Oh wow, what? Don't tell me. No, they're not going to make a box. They are not going to make boxes. No, they're not. You can't do that. No way. No way. Louis Post Office, for those of you who are visiting, may have converted them. They were so impressed. Nice. That's good. All right, finally some different colors. All right, let's see how this goes. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I meant to do that. They are red. They are 1 by 2 by 2/3 inverted. They should be right in front of me. I should see them. Now I should be looking at them. Yet I don't see them. Oh, is this it? Ah. It's slightly different than I was expecting. Right on. Butch. Take care. Have a good remainder of your time zone. Thank you for stopping in. It's a pretty dense little sub build. Studs everywhere. What's that? It's a... Thought so. It's the bracket, the 1x1 bracket plate with stud. Oh no, this is stud on the bottom, at the bottom, aligned at the bottom, not in the center. I thought it was the center one. The weird one, the least common. This is just bottom aligned. Is that another one? I guess it has to be. Before I had internet on the plane. Yeah, let alone streaming. Right. It makes the flight way more bearable. It has to completely change the experience. Completely. Why when you said that, you're watching from a plane. I'm like, I don't even know. I don't even know how to process that. Oh, you know what? I picked the wrong one. This is... There are two. Okay, so there are. Ah, hang on. No, it's simple. This is the up aligned, and then this is the bottom aligned. That's fine. Okay, so I should have used the up aligned ones first. It's just a little bit more. It's probably a half a plate difference in offset, vertical offset. Oopsie. So it's the difference between those two parts right there. Oh, and one of them has a hollow stud. The other one kind of doesn't. See, this one is farther up from the base. This one's aligned right on it. So this is what I call the middle aligned one. Because there's also a version that hangs down the way that this one sticks up. Very subtle. It's half a plate of thickness. Ay! It's to help you to do things like this, to build in a way that the sideways builds will work. You need both offsets to make that work. Since Lego decided to copy a system that was weird, had that 5:6 ratio for some reason. I almost said, since Lego decided to make it weird, but oh, nope, that's right. They didn't invent the Lego brick. Robot Wizard, how's it going? Two following. Two. Stack in the middle. Again, the G-slope with the stud on it. Used to good effect. I wonder if I'm going to get to a point while I'm slowly cleaning out the city room where I just say, you know what? The most healthy thing for me to do is to fully release. Just
if you
let
can
go.
dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball chat. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, dodge. The 5DS of dodgeball. Only on ESPN 8. The Ocho.
The Ocho. That's what you went for? That's what you went for, the Ocho. Wow. Whoa. Thank you, Robot Wizard. Yeah, never in a million years would have seen that coming. Yeah, I wonder if I'll get to a point where I just say, okay, just shred it all. Turn it all into elements. Reduce it to elemental Lego carbon. All of it. Having fun with on-call? Ah. Come up with better names. Kata is a what? The worst thing about altered carbon. I never finished watching the follow-on. I don't think I finished, or maybe I did. The follow-on, the cartoon. Maybe I did. The worst thing about Kata is the logo looks like CAD feet. The way that it's drawn, it looks like it says CAD feet or CAD F1. Welcome, Captain Bat. Welcome back. You know, with your mega stuff right now, the more you let go, the easier it is to let it all go. Just appreciate the sympathy. If not, what will become empathy? And I definitely hear you on that. Oh, compared to Pantasy? I mean, you know, I don't know. Fantasy isn't like a sussy word, really. It's not like Funhole was. Like that was genuinely, objectively bad. and dumb and ridiculous and unforgivable. Fantasy does go for, they do a lot of fantasy themed stuff, a lot of very dreaming of a toy world sort of stuff. I think they're okay. You think fantasy football? Okay. Couldn't watch the second season. It's just too different. Oh, from the books. I see. Which you had read after the first season. Dang it. I see. Ah, that's rough. I'm sorry. I'm glad I didn't read the books. Every theme is on a mission to be better value than Star Wars. Take the Milano, the Quinjet, really good. Yes, they are. And better built. I agree. Yep. And then we get to the, things like the aquarium. And it kind of blows up the math. Lego's expensive because of Star Wars. Lego's expensive because of all of Disney. All right, Lego's expensive because of IPs. Everything having to be licensed. Licenses make things cost more. No? Okay, well, Lego's expensive because minifigs. No? Lego's just expensive. We keep eliminating possibilities one by one. Fish are expensive. Sewer downpipe grade acrylonite. What is it? Acrylobutadiene styrene. Acrylonitrile butadiene styrene is expensive. Wait, it's used for sewer downpipes. Dang it. Fish are friends, not food. First thing that comes to mind is pants. Pants, see? Do it. Pants, see? All right. All right. Real reason it costs so much is because of the Nemo reference. It's too bad they didn't do prints up here. Not like this is one of the most important elements, but I think this part should have had prints. Realize targeting the AFOL, not even the AFOL market, the well-to-do adults with lots of spending cash market. For the most part, with the adults welcome sets, they're not actually targeting AFOLs. They're going for people who aren't AFOLs but have money and may become AFOLs, hoping they will become AFOLs. That's why all of their marketing material, all their like lifestyle photos and everything, that's not accidental, and it's not incidental either. They are trying to show the people that they want to buy these sets. Regular people with a lot of money, nice houses, questionable taste in interior design, getting their first Lego set for $500. That's why they set up their confusing myself here. Their photo shoots the way that they do. They don't show AFOLs in their photo shoots. They don't show people with a row of modular buildings, usually, unless they're trying to sell a modular building in particular. If anything, they'll show 4 other botanicals in the background, you know. Lego thinks Thor has the same outfit from Thor 1, Avengers 1, Avengers 2. They do switch it up based on whatever they have in production right now to save money. People with lots of concrete, exactly. Adult Lego display enthusiasts, yeah. Most of those sets are display pieces. Yeah, they're going for welcome Kevin, welcome back. They're going for folks. AFOL's said it a million times. AFOL's completely, totally.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Overestimate our importance as well as our numbers. We severely overestimate ourselves. We are a tiny niche still to this day. There are way more people who were walking through the aisles at Target who might come upon a thing and be like, oh, this is cool. Wait, it's Legos. This would look nice on the ... Honey, can we get this? It's not. People who are on Reddit or people who are, you know, on Rebrickable or regular users of Bricklink. It's much too small of a market. They're going much bigger than that. Gift your boss, parents, they can display in their office. Yeah. Good evening, JC Gold. Thank you, Robot Wizard. Again, I do think that these pieces should have been printed. Oh my God, all you had to say was stickers. That's it. That's all that need be said. It is borderline a curse word in the Lego fan community for some reason. Sundays and Mondays is perfectly fine. We're building cool stuff, mechs. Some stuff is getting painted. As soon as it becomes Tuesday or Wednesday, it is El Diablo. I need to go back and just get and keep handy a small Lego set from the late 70s or early 80s that had a bunch of stickers on it just for reference. Preferably if there was one that had stickers for the minifigs and also on the main set build. Just for reference. Counterpoint to that, back in my day, we never had stickers. Lego's gotten terrible. Similar to the Lego's gotten expensive. If I could get a set from like 1979 or between 1978 and 1982 that has a bunch of stickers that preferably was one of the earlier in that period to also have a sticker for the details of the minifig torso. And I got the original box with a price tag on it. That would be perfection, because then I could also have a post-it note off to the side showing the current exchange rate and the current inflation adjusted value. You see this set? It had 17 pieces. Adjusted for inflation, it would cost $35 today. You know? A set with sticker across 4 1x6 bricks. And remember the first UCS sets had a big sticker that went across, was it 8? Was it 8? 1x8 tiles? No. Yeah. I think it was 8 1x8 tiles. Looking at vintage Gundam kits. Glad we have newer kits. Yeah. Me too. No hate against the old stuff, but the new stuff is just better for everybody. It's better for the folks who are serious, better for getting people into the hobby. Yeah, better. Without question. The big ones, the oversized ones, like 24th scale pilot. Some of the stuff in my backlog is probably starting to get a little bit stale. I need to start moving forward again, clearing stuff out at a healthy pace. Quinjet was 85, saved 25. Excellent. Very nice. Always like to hear about a good deal for a good set. Re-release Technic Figs as current F1 drivers. I bet you that would fit a Technic Fig. That looks like it's the perfect size for a Technic Fig. It's 8 scale, looks like it's a perfect size for it's 10 scale, looks like it's perfect. It's 12 scale, looks like it's the perfect size. It's slightly larger than minifig scale, looks like it's the perfect size for Technic Fig. What Louis Brick's theme would I be most excited to see, IP or not? Oh my god. J-Man, hi. Tron. Folks who are around a while know that I always, when people say, hey, what would you like to see Lego do that they haven't done? Classic Tron. But if Lumi Bricks did it, it would be absolute perfection. There's no better match. Because they would do it, they would do the grid actually lighted. They would do light cycles with actual light trail, hard light trails. Non-IP theme, I'm actually excited about their space theme that they're about to start. I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with their fantasy space world, how they're going to design it. Q's up D-Rest. The best one. Observatory is not part of the space theme. No, the space theme is like, it's future, it's sci-fi. We've seen pictures of one of the sets so far. Should be fully unveiled within the month. more trains. J-Man, thank you very kindly for using your Prime subscription here. Appreciate that support. Classic Space. Yeah, it sounds like what the most people want is Mtron next. The only problem is they don't have the trans neon greenish yellow color anymore at all. They just don't have that color. And that would really, really impact their ability to grab at old Mtron fans' heartstrings. The color is so key. Yeah, Ice Planet probably in second, just from the ages of people, where people are at. What age is perfect to target right now? Transgreen? Yeah, I can't do transgreen. It would have to be, the closest would be orange, yellow. Sorry, it would be yellow, just regular trans yellow. Same as the classic space yellow. That would not work. I guess they could do trans bright green. I wouldn't want that though. That argument could be made that that's better because it's a brighter color. It is technically more of a neon color, even though the original color was yellow. It's a greenish yellow, but it's very much yellow, not green. Yeah, I guess they could do it with the trans bright green, which I like trans bright green, but it wouldn't be the same. Post office and general store. And though they are older and under older branding, they fixed the connector pieces. Oh, nice. Nice. So that's just newer stock. Newer stock is getting the older, is getting the newer pieces. That's how it should be. That's how I would expect it to be. But it's good to hear that they've moved enough stock to be sending out newer pieces and newer production parts. That's excellent to hear. Solid highlighter yellow? But how do you do that though? Because, you know, obviously the Mtron stuff, it all need, oops, did I put this on the wrong side? I did. All of the yellow was transparent. I guess some of the like antennas you could do, but it's all about the canopies though. What color would the canopies be? Here are solid color versions of the two neons. We don't have a solid color version of the orange. orange is much more yellow. Feels another company who just reintroduced it. Yeah. Just, I mean, every other company does still have those colors in their current inventory. I think flavor is just as important when it canopies. I think it looks good in large quantities. Yeah, you're not alone in that. A lot of people hate on it strongly. Miss the neon orange from Ice Planet. Yep, that was lost not long ago. You're also not alone in missing it. I kind of understand that one going away because they didn't use it a lot. But trans neon yellow though, that's just too useful. Too many things. Choice to make the Forever Batmobile that weird scale makes even less sense. Well, according to some viewers who are being contrarians, which seems to be the trend today for some strange reason. Actually, Jang, if you look at it with actual eyes and use an actual brain, the Forever Batmobile is minifig scale. And I just can't. I just can't. Welcome, you need a bat. Learning about Gundam, this trip is going to be more expensive, and you got a budget space for plastic. Those things thanks to Rewind. Mercedes Vision iconic. Yes, it is totally a Batmobile. It is totally like it feels like an animated series. Kind of, it's got that feel, like proper dark. Not the exact design, but feels like it's from that version of the Batman universe. A bit long, but I do like and you know, obviously it's a concept. It's trying to be a little extra extreme, a little extra out there, but the overall direction they went with it, I think is feasible. If you think like me, we'll all think the same. Yeah. Can I get this in the States, or is it cheap enough that it gets a space and luggage? That's fair. It's a fair trade-off. Can't blame you. Certainly some things are going to be a lot cheaper over there. It's electric? Oh, wow. This is the new design. Yeah, if that's the new design language, yeah. It feels like a win to me. New Batman Adventures. Season 4 of the animated series. They changed up the art style. Oh, interesting. I've not seen that. It needs ball joints that are not color locked. You can't do that. It's not possible. You can't. Literally not possible to recolor parts. Look, it's a small family company, all right? All right, here's a part. Here's a sticker that people are going to despise. Just trying to get close. Need to pre-cringe. Megan totally never did it. Yep. Not possible. Want the first Batmobile from the Batman animated series from the early 2000s. Want Lumi to make it because there are neon blue lights. Huh. I doubt this is going to reach the other side. Yeah. Close. I'm just going to leave it there, honestly. I'm just going to leave it there. This does not need to be perfect. Thought I was close to done. I mean, I was feeling like I had to be close to done for the last hour or two of that stream, given how much had been built up, but still going. Diabolical. They're completely impossible. They're completely impossible to apply. They just make the entire world implode. They're simple. Their existence itself ends everything. Repeatedly. It's like the opposite of the Big Bang occurs because that sticker exists. Any Razor Crests? Most likely. Looks like I had a little internet fart there. All sockets being color locked is the need for... Yeah, that's what they've said. That's what they've said. Change between colors. And yet, every other company has done them in every color. Whatever color is needed. Lego's made that complaint, but... Meanwhile, every other company has just gone ahead and done it. You know? That's the spot. Not going to get this set no matter what, unless it has a blue pumpkin. The new Razor Crest. I mean, technically it should be an actual new... different Razor Crest. Because ain't no way they're bringing back the original. Ain't no way they're going to be that ridiculous. With the whole, this is Star Wars, nothing dies. Ain't no way they're gonna have little baby Yoda go out and go, and make atoms come back together and reform the Razor Crest. Like, if they do that, I will lose. I've said this before, and I mean it. I will lose my enthusiasm for Star Wars itself for probably at least a year. At least a year. I will be feeling pretty done with Star Wars itself if they do that. It's very dangerous times for me. Does Lego make them in transparent clear? No, they don't like to do stuff in transparent clear. It's a miracle when they do anything in trans clear that hasn't been done in that color before. Little did we know it had a sibling. But that part's okay. That I'm perfectly okay with. That Zeb has another Razor Crest, right? It doesn't make sense that there's only one in the entire universe. It doesn't make sense that it's a one-off. It's clearly a production craft. So Zeb having one as well, and then, you know, Zeb and Din coming together for some kind of mission, and it turns out, you know, Din is like, holy heck, why did I ever switch to this ridiculous N1 starship? This little single-seater thing. I had one of these, and then I switched to that. And I didn't even complain about it when I was surprised. When Pelimoto surprised me, like, here's your new ship. I was like, well, it's not done yet. I wasn't like, wait, this is completely ridiculous. I can't use this. This is a total change from how I've lived my entire life. This changes everything in a bad way. No way. And now I'm like, what have I been doing with my life for the last season? And why? I need one of these back, please. Can I have this? Can I buy it from you? That's fine. You know, Star Wars is big these days. Disney Star Wars is big on well, actually, no. That's not a Disney thing. That's a George Lucas thing. The trying something, it doesn't work. Or trying something and it works way better than you expect, and then just in the next movie, just retconning it. Just say, I was wrong. Or from a certain point of view, you know, just do that. And I think they know that they were very wrong with the N1. Modded Republic gunship would have made 100% more sense. They could have done a Twilight. They could have, if they needed to take us back, if they needed to give some nostalgia bait to the prequel era or Clone Wars era fans, they could have brought a copy of the Twilight from a junkyard. Something that is not a single seat sports car. I mean, it's Sienna and not a sports car. Lots of space. Yeah, a Republic gunship definitely would have worked. Did you miss what? What did you miss? $400. Looking at the size, you say 550? Nah, come on. It's like 2,000 pieces. Oh, but with the lights and the electronics, ooh. I would give it 300 to 350. Realistically. Okay, on to bag 9. Oh, while this is here, bags 9. Finally get this located. Should have been. Goes in the middle. Ooh. 2 seasons of Andor never got Hallcraft as a set. Yeah, that's what Rebrickable is for, though. It's just that, you know, it would not have sold well, to be perfectly fair and sympathetic to Lego. Not Lego designers, but Lego bean counters would need to make maximum profit for the company. Pandora Hallcraft would not have sold well. It would have sold to a small niche. Keep in mind, you know, Andor itself didn't do great. Don't forget, The Acolyte did better than Andor, was watched more. Imagine if the Lego aquarium had glass like that. Lego doesn't need to do it because people have imagination. Lego likes to support people having imagination, right? Adding these parts that make sense for the immersion of the set is just lazy. It's just lazy. Is the Lego cultist take on that. That was the other way around. Nope. Nope. The amount of disinformation about Acolyte it's one of the greatest disinformation campaigns of modern times. Might pick this up when you get back. Dang. You're willing to make space for this? It's a big space in investment. Money, not so much, but space. What else is lazy expecting to have a filter on a fish tank? The claw works, yes. With a motor, with an electric motor. You'll see. It has lights, music, and control of the claw. Ah, you like claw machines, okay. You're gonna like it even more once you see the capsules, which are standard size, standard gachapon machine size. Which makes me think I should get some capsules just for myself and add them to this machine. That's the big gacha, yep. You have one? Nice. Bought it on whim. Right on. I actually considered getting one from Amazon, just a basic but real one, to compare to Lego's minifig vending machine, because you can get them for like $80. Countertop one with lock and, you know, real coin operation and everything. By 12. space. Yeah, it's the base is larger than a modular building, and it's taller than any. What is... Does this have an unnecessarily complex top? It could, there could just be a plate over the hole. I think this entire bag is just for the top. The removable lid. That's kind of extra. Go to Japan for honeymoon. Hey, is that for the arcades in Gachua? Nice. Hardships thinking, where am I going to put these? Yeah. Also, when are you going to get the... what's the ruined one? It's not Asylum area, is it? What's the really big one? It's completely ratted out. Is it the Flying Dutchman? They will certainly help with the space issue by making us not want the aquarium, so that's something. Yeah, it's a feature. It's good, right? Welcome, Ghost Rider. Something just doesn't appeal with Pantasy. I can completely understand that. They have a certain range of style that is not for everyone. And they kind of apply that style to all of their products. It feels like they're just kind of stuck in this strange alternate retro universe. They do stuff that's good within that space, but I definitely see that it is not something that appeals to modern masses. It's very, very niche. It's a legitimate niche, but very niche. Where I said many times with regards to this set, why did they style it after like 1920s or maybe 30s, more likely 20s at the most, carnivals and theme parks and fairs? Why did they style it like that? How many people want that? Not a huge fan of the way the stern looks. Bunch of blocks. Oh, okay. I haven't looked at the back end. I've only seen it from the front corners. Coney Island style for sure. Yeah. Also don't have room for this? Yeah. Okay. So the following cannot be done because LEGO discontinued the parts probably 25 years ago, I want to say. And you can't do parts in different colors. It's not possible. It costs too much. This is a part that was first introduced with, was it Scala or Belleville? I always confuse which introduced which parts. Very, very obscure parts. I just happen to have an original because I compared the toy store color. It's in salmon. A Lego original part there in very rare salmon color. Actually, I think they do still make the part in white these days. I think they brought it back. Go all out with their themes. This could have been very basic. Definitely, yes. This could have been so much simpler. Definitely. And I mean, they've got the vinyl marquee panels, which are of a certain thickness, glossy on one side, protected by a plastic sheet, printed from the other, frosted. They've got the side kind of skirt pieces, which are in, I think, a PVC, a little bit thicker, printed. They've got prints, 2 different prints, 4 different prints for just little small details around the base. Around the base, down there. None of that stuff was needed. None of that stuff was necessary to make this a successful set. And then they've got the full glass. They've got a full set of capsules. It's a lot. Welcome back. Goldfish, Neon City, Road Trip, Western. Wow. Odd subjects and scale. Yeah. Their regular modulars are normal size though. I gotta apply this. That was not on the front. We're gonna do a side now? Yeah, I think we're gonna do a side. Crazy. It's the back. It's not even the side. This is just a strip tip. It's literally just a trim strip that goes around the back. Now for the sides. ×2, also trim strips. That's it. Just simple. Wait, these are lower ones. I think they're going to be higher ones as well. Topmost trim. Thought this was it. Nope. God. Wait, all the way around? Wow. Not even doing the top yet. Oh, because the top... Oh, the top is just this. The lid. This is the lid right here. Just a sheet of PVC. This is all just trim. All the parts in this bag. Two by three. Why would you delete that message? Why do people do that? This makes it confusing for people to watch afterwards. It's a perfectly valid message. Set 6. Centered. It's weird. Yeah. Start using bamboo trees. Okay. Clumsy thumbs. Oh, accident. Ah. Dope. Well, bad on YouTube for making it that easy to accidentally delete your own message without any confirmation. To Inception, welcome, welcome. Building trim at the moment. And then there's going to be another one on the back. Right. And last of the flowers for now. Still a whole other bag to go. Given how things have gone so far, I will not predict what is yet to come. Oh, I think I missed edge. Yeah, these need their little corner cheese slopes. Building the A-frame. Oh, nice. The Lumi bricks or the Lego one? Both good, both nice. Streams have a time limit? Like to their length? No. Unfortunately, I've not been able to set up regular scheduling yet, other than on a day-by-day basis. So Mondays are plastic model building, unless there's something else very high priority. Tuesday and Wednesday are brick building. Thursday, Friday, no stream. Saturday, small group stream. Patreon and high-level channel members and such. Sunday, either plastic model building, or if there's something higher priority, then regular brick building of some sort. To Inception, you're too kind. Like, I haven't gotten the Lumi one yet. Gotcha, gotcha. Kevin's working on Haunted Mansion. Nice. Gonna get it done in time. Is there yet another one? This doesn't even finish the trim yet. Borderline ridiculous amount of trim. The builds aren't wasteful. It's not using a ton of small pieces. It's using fairly large pieces, and it's not too strong or anything. It's just a lot. I really feel like they could have just stopped at any moment. They just kept going. Because now bag 10, there's a whole nother trim strip for the top of the front marquee. Quality clutch power. Pantasy uses Go Bricks. Go Bricks is the manufacturer of the parts. They're the same company that makes parts for Lumi Bricks and Brickcraft and many others. And they are probably the closest to Lego. They are not identical to Lego. If you only think that Lego has the correct feel and nothing else is okay, you will notice the difference. They're subtle differences, but for me, personally, as someone who's built Lego continually full-time for well over a decade, I personally just don't have any problem with these parts. I think they're more than good enough. And in some cases, a little bit better than Lego with their opacity, density of plastic. What streak is not new? Child points are not new. Making you reconsider, and other companies have gotten better. Like 10 years ago, you know, we had mega They had just switched to Mega Constructs as their name at the time, which was they were a pretty genuine competitor, pretty legit competitor. And they had just switched from poor quality to good quality. And then other than that, there wasn't really a whole lot. There was Kobe. They came around to doing pretty decent quality. And there was, I think, Oxford, but they were also doing some full-on knockoff stuff. Like, it just wasn't as healthy of a market as it is today. Now you have a lot of options for genuine original designs with good quality parts. Fantasy images look faded. Yep. True. And this is why I didn't say no more flowers. I didn't say that was the last flower in the set, because here we go with more. Not done till it's done. Imperious is nice, considering the NSX. What's holding you back? Oh, or is it not available right now? Is that what's holding you back? Oh, this should be over by one. Thank you, Raj. Thank you for stopping in. Hope that the studies and practice have been going well for you. Still just chugging along. How are they different? The shape of the corner is a little bit different, slightly sharper in some cases, slightly less sharp in other cases. The studs have no logo on top. That's a different feeling. They tend to have their mold marks in different places than Lego has it. On many of the pieces, it doesn't hurt at all. In some of them, it might be, for some situations, worse where the mold mark shows up. Their color consistency between different materials is not 100%, such as hinges. And Lego has this problem as well, but GoBricks just a little bit more. Their hinge pieces are a slightly different color compared to regular parts. One of the hinges, the harder piece, that's a completely different material. Sometimes they come out of the box a little bit more scuffed than the average Lego piece. Like right there, you can see a layer of scuffing on that one piece. That's a little bit more common with GoBricks compared to Lego. Although most of these companies tend to protect their really important pieces, like clear pieces. These were packed separately. The glass was packed separately. You know, that comes down to a per vendor choice. But as for the pieces themselves, there are definitely some things that can be called out as worse with GoBricks compared to Lego. Welcome back, Wandering Mech. Didn't stop you from buying the Game Boy. Yeah. Well, I mean, the Game Boy, you can't really complain about the Game Boy's size. Can't complain to yourself about its size. You know, dang it. I wasn't supposed to get anything more, but that one's nice and small and convenient and not too expensive, and it's a great set. Can't be mad at yourself for getting that, I think. attaching these. Yep. Up to the top. All right, what's next? This gets attached very simply. Surprisingly. If we purchase will be a brick-built light attachment. Relive the frustration. Yeah, they would never do something that nice. But if they did, making it a gift with purchase, only available for 10 minutes, would be typical evil. All right, now I can form another question box. I can finally start forming the prizes. If Lego did cell phones, they would integrate their upcoming smart brick. And it would probably cost as much as a used version of the last generation of that same phone. But of course it wouldn't be a phone, it would just be a Lego set with a single smart brick in it. This is controller. This prize is a prize, but what is it? It's a prize.
Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
It's red. Purple. Oh, they put a print on the cat. I didn't realize that. Yellow. Is this a model circus tent? Green. This one I don't understand, and it's probably easy to misunderstand. MGST. I have not. I'm personally not interested in MGST. I know that a lot of people love them, absolutely love them, but they're not for me. If I'm going to spend $50, $60 on a MG kit, I want it to be an MG, not an SD. I'm just personally not a big fan of the super deformed style. And especially for the price. I know the builds are very good though. More consistent release than regular MGs? Yep, that's because they're selling, right? They need to make the stuff that people want. And those MGSDs are pretty darn popular right now. Commit to an MGSD, Jagan. You've built up so much backlog social credit. I don't think I can say no. Oh, speaking of Robot Wizard. Speaking of things. JGP. SD. People are talking about Gundam kits, master grade, super deformed. One of those gray area. But we talked about this before. And I asked, what if they did one that was JGP? And you're like, all right, I'd have to say, okay. So are you going to get it? Have you already bought it? Maybe it's not exactly JGP, but it's within the JGP family. Odysseus fixed flight. Penelope. Okay. Undertaking. That's a big one. That's a big one. Quite a first Gundam kit. MG has a new car. You're talking about... Oh, what? Hold up. You have to turn those on. Talking about those things. You do have one owner. Okay, all right. It's definitely not a rip. It's definitely not a rip. It's 100% original. At least as far as I can tell, it's 100% original engineering. Robot Wizard. It begins. This is only the start. Only the start. Blockies seem good. Have you focused on the action line or the smaller line, the regular one? I've only built a couple of the big ones. Thank you for look. All right, final sticker. Final. So this goes with green. All right, here we go. Full-sized capsules. Wait, I haven't used all the parts yet. What are all these other pieces? And accent editions. Box Galaxy Class at Walmart for $5 compared to the collectible. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I should try that. I should try that specifically to compare it to the minifigs. That's a good suggestion. I had not thought of that. Do a little comparison to Lego minifig value. With one of those for $5, and then a knockoff minifigure with printed and side arm printing and side leg printing and bespoke pistol weapon mold and bespoke printed backpack mold and print around the back of the legs for $1.50. Yeah, that would be interesting. Triple combo. Devastator, not sure you want to buy entire cases. Yeah, I mean you can just go on eBay and just buy all of the Devastator blockies. Just pay somebody else to do that for you. You will have to pay a premium, obviously, for the finder's fee. But you can just do that. That was $1.50, yeah. Unlicensed knockoff, but $1.50 for all of that work. All that material. And it's not made of sand or something ridiculous. It's perfectly fine quality stuff. I mean, these knockoff figures are all over the entire internet. I got mine in from Ingbricks just because it was convenient, but there are dozens, if not hundreds, of places that sell these things. You can probably get them on AliExpress, Temu. If you just look for miniature figure block compatible, every IP and things way beyond stuff that Lego would ever do. These are just some basic ones. Again, look at the printing around the legs. It's pad printing as well. Oh, is that one actually damaged? There's no, is that damage right there? Didn't notice that. Head's a little bit shiny on this one. Edge to edge printing on the legs. A little bit lacking in opacity for the white right there. Singles you want, add up to the price of the wave. Fair. That works for you. Perfect. Okay, just gonna dump all these in and then move on to the next thing they want me to build. Which I'm assuming will be gantry for the top. Some Zelda figs. Yeah. Weathering. Forget if I got a Zelda figure. Got a whole box or a whole wave of Nintendo or Super Mario ones. Arctic Train? I have not. I did a thoughts video about it, giving my thoughts about it, but I have not built it and will not be building it. I don't have any place to run trains, unfortunately, right now. New 6x6 to be shiny on the Batmobile. I think they'll do that for any other piece. I don't personally find it to be useful to try to predict what Lego will do or won't do. You know, they do thousands, at least hundreds, if not thousands, of new part or mold color combinations per year. They do 600 to 800 sets per year. They don't give us Mario minifigures. You know, they do so many things beyond what you would expect, and they don't do so many things that seem obvious moneymakers that the people want. Trying to predict them, it just doesn't. I don't know. I'm not into it. I don't feel like bothering trying to predict what Lego will do. There's so much that they already do. Right on. The cool Mike, take care. Have a good one. Thank you for hanging out while you could. Classic model kits other than Gundam. Well, it's not just Gundam that I've done here. This was one of the most recent ones that I finished, which is also from Bandai, but it's not Gundam. It's Armored Core. And that was RoboCop. Hatsune Miku. Macross.
Who's that Pokemon?
Pokemon. Some Star Wars. Unlicensed random stuff. various themes. Where's my Kirby? Where's my Kirby? Oh, there it is. Right there. This Ryzen, Godzilla, Eva. Full Metal, Panic, Metal Gear, Yokai Senki. That's Gundam up there. Transformers. There was some. These are all Gundam. There's some Zoids. Zoid. And some blockies as well. They aren't here, but a bunch of stuff. Thank you, Sandwich, and also welcome, Ferret Bueller. Info on the ad, just add 209 model kit. Google it up. Of the Mechagodzilla. That was from Aoshima. And it is fully painted. Fully painted. That one did not look great to me in its original form. Enjoying building various brands or lost a little love for Lego. A little bit of both. A little bit of both. There are a number of things that I don't like that Lego does and that Lego fans do. I don't like how the market has shifted so strongly towards a focus on profit, not for the company, but for the fans themselves. All the focus on scalping and minifig investment takes a lot of the fun out of it for me. Even though I'm not trying to participate in that, it still affects me because stuff that I own, because I like it, I now have to think about getting rid of because it's worth so much in money, which I don't like. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. But also, Lego's gotten way more expensive. Lego itself, the company, has pretty much bought up all of YouTube and all of social media. You know, almost all of the viewership of Lego related material goes, especially when it comes to reviews, goes to their sponsored marketing contractors in the land, and they get all the stuff weeks, if not months, in advance. So there's no way for an independent like me to compete on anything close to a fair playing field there. Meanwhile, other companies are just doing different stuff, and it's fun to see different approaches to builds. It's enjoyable to I feel like I missed a piece right there. It's enjoyable to build something that's different. It's enjoyable to see parts that I've never seen before. Colors that Lego has never done for old pieces and new pieces. Just there's so much more to it. It's themes that Lego won't do. You know, it's just definitely exciting. Welcome, Guns for Hire. How's it going? The value skyrocketed so much you had to sell because it seemed like the most rational thing to do. Yeah. You're feeling the same? Lean into the adult category. Yeah, and you know, it's understandable that they're doing what they've got to do to make their money. That's what they're supposed to do. That's how it works. And less children, actual children, care about toys anymore. For the first time ever, the adult toy buying market is the largest single segment, larger than the preschool segment for the first time ever. I think there are 2 pieces here that should have gone together on one of the prizes. Oh yeah, right there. It's a little flag for the circus tent. Missed it. ITC zone. Welcome, welcome. It's going. Definitely feel that. Investment in supplies to get started. You'd be surprised, Kevin. The beauty of specifically Bandai, the company that does Gundams in particular, it's Bandai Namco, is that they have a line called Entry Grade. It's not large, but there's some variety there. They do Gundams, they do some Pokemon. They call them Quick Series with the Pokemons, but it's the same thing. And some of the other character figures that do not require any investment to start. You don't need any tools, and you don't need any paint. You don't need anything. You just get the box, you open it, and you put it together. That's it. You push the pieces off and you push them together. Almost like a more sophisticated, more technical Lego thing. And then you're done. Costs $10. Approximately, sometimes less. 15 at the most. So you can literally start with nothing to get into model building these days. We're very fortunate. But most of them require one thing to build. Some form of cutter. Something just to cut the pieces off because they come on trees or runners. But that's it. If you have something like this and you have a knife and you know how to use it, you're good. You don't have to paint them. All the parts are pre-painted. Some of them have stickers. Some of them have water slide decals, which you just simply need to cut again with one of these. Tweezers helps. So maybe 3 tools. Pair of tweezers, a knife, and a set of $20 or less cutters. And you should be able, and then like a bowl to put some water in. You should be able to do just about any Gundam that's been made in the past 20 years, or just about any snap style kit. Now you can go much farther than that. You can go way farther than that. You can invest a ton into equipment to really get deep into it. You can paint however much you want, from doing little details with an acrylic marker. They have acrylic paint markers that work great. They're not hobby specific. They're just random ones on Amazon. That allow you to paint details, or you can even paint a whole thing with these. I've done that, but I don't recommend it, but it's possible. All the way to having a full airbrush booth with a ton of paints and various types of cutters and finishing tools, and it's kind of like how deep do you want to go, but you don't have to. Yeah, a lot of people started with nail clippers. It's probably the most popular first tool for building Gundam, just nail clippers. And welcome, Cobalt. Metal Earth are your favorite? Wow, I hate Metal Earth. Sorry. I can't do it. I don't have that patience. They're so finicky. It's not for me. I'm glad that they are a product that's out there for folks who do like them, though. They're a completely legitimate product. Line. They've been around for quite some time. Plenty of people enjoy them. I personally don't. Feelings that really shifted when you walked into a Lego store and felt worse? Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. Hate scalping and the price increases. Here in the UK, some prices are just stupid. Denmark isn't even that far away, and it's more expensive in Denmark. Denmark is, I believe, the most expensive place in Europe to buy Lego, or at least one of the most expensive. You have all those tools, then you are set, Kevin. You could literally build 95% of the things that I have in my collection. This is an old picture. You could build 95% of those with those tools that you have. There are just a few vintage kits amongst what I have that you need glue for. The Batmobiles, I have seen them. Sorry, I haven't done the video yet. Base model Hot Wheels have barely increased in price. Oh, the base model ones compared to how inflated Lego has become. But that's not a fair comparison, because with Hot Wheels you have the $30 red lines or whatever. Same size thing. Lego still sells cheap sets as well. Lego still has $10 sets. Well, yeah. They still have $10 sets. They still have $15 sets. They still have $20 sets. Welcome, Caboose. Interested in finicky craft set? Papercraft? Gotcha. Right on. Nice. Good. I'm glad you're able to enjoy that. All right, time to try it. The music is a thing. All right. So let's. I'm just gonna state that right now. The music is a thing. Flooding me with comments saying, "Oh, the music is not going to change the fact that the music is a thing. It repeats. It's not going to sound the same in person as it does through this particular microphone setup. It's a thing." Oh, you can barely even hear it. Wow. It's kind of in and out. So I'm just gonna mute it so folks don't freak out about the music. All right. So it works significantly better than I expected. just a tiny little bit of skill of maneuvering. It gives you enough time to adjust. And yeah, you can actually be pretty successful with it. It rewards being dexterous. But if you're not, you still get to just play the RNG game with it. The accuracy to make it more accurate, to make it more ridiculous and unfair. What prize? This, well, I mean, this one is actually I actually got a train. This one here is a train, look at that. I mean, it's small and basic, but it's a locomotive. These are not the same size as the Pantasy gumball machine, because the gumball machine uses miniature ones. The 1 inch, I think. These are standard large scale. These are world standard large scale. The big ones. Actual standard big gachapon. I think you can use the ones with the tighter lids as well. The thicker lids. And then Jack in the Box in a totally not question block. And then the lid. Is this zoomed? No, it's not. Okay. The lid is just because they listens to me. They specifically told me they listens to me with my comments about the gumball machine having a lid that's way too difficult to remove, to the point where it's not worth even removing it. You just take the whole top off instead. So they made the lid of this one very basic, very simple, very lightweight, and very easy to remove. You can top load it. Don't have to put it all the way down. Just kind of works. It's very large. Very large. That's good for purchase would be more empty. Yeah, definitely. Agreed. But of course you can just go on Amazon and just buy yourself, 2,500 of those. Put whatever you want in them. Because again, they're standard size. And they are cheap. So cheap. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely, why did this company, this Chinese brick manufacturer, make a classic American circus 1920s Barnum and Bailey style claw machine? Why would they do this? Why would they put so much? When they put you off as a creepy looking clown, then just don't put it there. Why would they put so much into this? With custom cut glass all the way around. It's not literally glass, but custom cut pieces that come protected. These skirt bits, which are printed PVC. All these down here are prints. All these down here are prints. It has a motor. It has music. It doesn't need that. It has lights that go all the way around the marquee. The marquee is made from 4 different pieces of cut printed vinyl that have plastic protection that they come with. The light string is bespoke. It's not some cheap basic angel light like the Kata izakaya set. It's not some cheap preformed angel or a fairy light. It has extra adhesive around both sides. All of it uses flat cable, so you're able to align all of the lights to be facing outward for maximum strength of the visibility of those lights. This is extra thick PVC here. It's just, and it's $130 shipped on Amazon. Brick compatible. These right here, yeah, they're attached with the Technic. Technic pin goes through the corners. They've got a axle, and then they've got just a little bushing to hold it in. Yeah. Because they can. Yeah. I feel like it makes them internally happy more than their customer base. Because I feel like most people aren't going to be that interested in something this specific and this micro niche. But gosh, if they didn't do a really good job with it. It's unfortunate about that one button, the secondary button, having a manufacturing defect. I'll have to get a replacement for that. But the other one is perfect. I feel like I probably got bad luck with that, just jang luck, but hopefully it's not a regular problem. I think the designer's just having a little fun, a lot of fun. I'm putting in a lot of work to go with it. This is just, I don't know. The fact that it works, it totally works. I mean, the whole claw piece is I believe that the plastic parts are made by GoBricks as well. It feels like it's the exact same stuff, but it comes pre-assembled with metal axles and the ball chain, double ball chain used for it. Convert to an arcade, right? So they've done Metal Slug. They did some small scale, like hand scale Metal Slug arcades, but they definitely could do more. Even half this size would be great. Belongs in an actual game. You can actually use this. That's the most ridiculous thing about it. It's not even something that, okay, it's brick built and you can kind of use it a little bit. You can fully use it. I mean, you saw, out of 5 tries, I got, was it like 5 tries? I got 3 capsules out of it. It's that good. And it's not like it all works automatically. You have to be interactive with it. It's just, it just doesn't make sense to me. Why is it this good? Rare case lately, right? Actual model and something that you can actually play with and enjoy. Yes, indeed. Because I mean, Lego's Pac-Man arcade was awesome. That thing is sweet, but you can't really do anything with it. You know, you make it run through its one little circuit. You're not interactive with it. The minifig vending machine is nice, but it's just turn the thing and one thing comes out. That's it. It's not really that interactive. At least it does what it's intended to do, but it's not something that you really play with per se. Just one of the most underrated, even by the company. Like they don't pump this up. They barely have marketed this at all. They barely even, in their descriptions of the product, they barely even let you know that it's fully working. They're like, music and lights on, move the claw. But like, they don't even have a video of it. Most people wouldn't know that this does all that. This is definitely how it's done. And far beyond, honestly. The gumball machine is about this tall. I have the gumball machine. Where is it? It's not, the gumball machine is not handy, but the gumball machine has the smaller balls, I think half the size. Also a standard, you can get more of the size. It will also accept larger ones, I think 1.25. I forget the exact numbers, but they list them on their website. I think what the options are. The ones that it comes with are very small, but it can accommodate the next larger size, but it will not accommodate this size. This is just a significantly larger scale set. The gumball machine is about yay tall, but then its bowl is like this, and then you just have the machine. Very, very different scale. One-armed bandit? They could. I mean, they've got their jukebox. One-armed bandit would definitely fit in the line, would fit in the family. You want those in particular, or you want something that is compatible with those? Because if you just want those, again, they're just a standard size. You can buy them in bulk on Amazon, extraordinarily cheap. But as far as like using them, yes, I definitely prefer something that can accommodate, that can handle the larger ones, because then you can put more stuff in it. Jukebox, yeah, they got a jukebox. They've had it out for a while. It has some issues. Look at people's actual buyer reviews for it. It's an affiliate link, but Sandwich, that's their jukebox, which has lights and music. But yeah, balls, yeah, just gotcha balls. GACHA. Capsules. Capsules, call them capsules. Good luck finding a lot of less than like 25. They're just so cheap. But this is done, folks. This is done. That's it. The only piece that remains is this. It's a coin. It says Pantasy on it. A fake coin, obviously, but it says Pantasy on it. And you can put it in the slot. It doesn't do anything, but you put it in a slot and you can recover it. Dupati dun.
Thanks, Jang.
Will I get this reviewed tonight? I cannot guarantee it, but within the next 2 days, for sure. I also need to cover the Batmobiles and the Batman sign. The bat. Realize. Angle. There we go. Better. Yeah, this thing's ridiculous. So I'm going to end on the high note there, having finished this. I've got to go show this to my wife. She will absolutely lose her mind and insist that we keep it. And I will have to fight her on that because it's too big. But I'll work on getting the review done. No stream tomorrow or the day after, but I do need to build the toy store, the Pantasy toy store. I guess there's not a rush on that, but kind of need to get it done sooner than later. Behind on it. So many things to do. But folks on Twitch, if you could stick around for just one more minute, I really appreciate that, because we always raid. And it helps the entire creator community ecosystem if you raid with. You can grab a raid message if you want to. You don't have to. Hello? There we go. Now it's working. And on the YouTube side, I will bid you all adieu for now. Thank you for hanging out as well. House next door. Yeah, exactly. Just add more storage until you've completely filled all that up, and then add more storage.
Thank you, Jay.
While I'm not streaming, you can get updates on the Discord. If you're a subscriber, you get access to everything. If you're not a subscriber, you get access to the most important stuff. The updates and such. Oh, heck yeah. We've got options today. Got options. Less and less people have been streaming Lego stuff on Twitch. Haven't gone here in a minute, so let's go in that direction. Folks, be good to one another. Be good to yourselves. And thank you for being good to me. Please be good to Caroline, one half of the Buy the Brick Book pair. I believe she's lone streaming today, but building some custom wreaths and custom decorations in Lego botanical style. Let me get that pin comment out of the way. There we go, to make sure everything is nice and clear. And I'll give you a shout out to her channel just in case anybody gets left behind by Twitch Mobile. All right. Again, take care. Thanks for hanging out. I will fully demonstrate this in probably multiple videos. This is kind of a big deal set for me. I probably won't just do a review because I have feelings that are too strong about it, and I feel like it deserves more than just a review video. I feel like it deserves to be pushed a little bit. I feel like I want to market this a little bit where Pantasy, the company itself, hasn't. I feel like they deserve more credit than they're even giving themselves. So yeah, I'll see about doing a little extra. For now, good night and talk to you again soon.